I have been reading the work of a psychologist named Viktor Frankl. I'm almost finished with Man's Search for Meaning, which is a very powerful book. It covers thoughts on the search for meaning and its role in human nature. Viktor believed that we have to deliberately look for purpose, and that self-actualization isn't really the goal but the result of living a full, meaningful life. I've been reflecting on how this applies to art. As a teenager, I really needed art to get by. I settled with the fact that I would always feel a little bit lost and out of place, as most teenagers do. I couldn't grasp why I felt so deeply compared to my peers, or why I only felt whole while I was creating. I was clueless about what I should do for a career. I wasn't book smart in the traditional way, and I was just a daydreamer, thinking too much about the world beyond my scope and not fully understanding the system that was in place. I've been creating art now for so many years, yet it wasn't until recently that I truly asked myself why. I knew it helped me mentally, but I also knew that there had to be more than just self-help and impulse. I believe the why has probably just taken time to grow and develop, but I also wasn't taking the time to properly investigate. I think many of us artists or not experience this occasionally. We have routines with family, with work, with ourselves, and then small moments of reflection and clarity. The "this is what I was meant to do" or be moments. I know artists are sometimes labeled as self-absorbed or narcissistic. I've seen these comments online a lot myself, and I can understand. It's true that we think about our place here a lot and in a way announce that we have something important to say. Everyone has something important to say about life, even if only to ourselves. I believe one of the many roles an artist has is to think about this and ask questions. Am I living fully? What am I doing? Why am I here? It really encourages others to take these moments of reflection and to think about our place and how it impacts others. There are some truly awful things happening in the world. If we can find even the smallest meaning in a world so torn and unpredictable, while at the same time so beautiful and magic, that must be a life lived full. Whenever I read the artist statement of a professional artist, I do often get completely lost by the fancy language or abstract ideas. Maybe my fault is that I see art as emotional over technical, but I don't think it needs to be so complicated. I recently had to develop my own artist statement after years of avoiding it, mostly because I'm coming back around to the idea of exhibiting my work again, in an effort to feel more connected. It took 2 months of writing, deleting, writing again, deleting, yet taking the time to do this has helped me finally put together those pieces between my heart and my mind. I think my point is Whether you are an artist, an engineer, a baker, anything at all, if looking for purpose is part of our nature, and if it requires the act of deliberately looking, then we have to connect with our inner world and actively choose it based on what we value and cherish. I've spent a long time deliberately looking for meaning when it comes to art. I wanted to think about the big questions without answering them myself. And I know this is a lifelong search, one that always has to be reevaluated and chased for as long as I'm here. I'm just finally listening to that thing that gets me out of bed and to my studio every day. I'm here to do this because I'm choosing to do this, and I've dedicated myself to it. That is purpose to me. Art has allowed me to examine my place here, has made me feel part of something bigger, and has helped me express some of the experiences and feelings that connect us. I think that is true for anyone sharing a part of themselves through art, and taking the time to ask ourselves the big questions. I believe that finding out who we are and what makes us back from within really gives us motivation to be better people and helps us feel part of the world, not a victim of it. An artist's job may be one of isolation and self, but to me as an artist, my main role is to use this to bring people together.